was a wonderful experience, and I will never ever forget it.
So we read your letter to Lotte fans. I guess you're not coming back. What happened?
I guess it was a lot of little things that added up over a long period of time. You know, like being away for such a long period of time kind of wears on the family. You know, it puts a lot of stress on my wife.
Right.
You know, she basically becomes like a baseball widow, I guess. She's a single mom at home raising 3 kids in another country while you're off doing work.
Right.
You know, so that was kind of the biggest reason. My kids are growing up at the moment. They're so big and stuff that they need that duo combo of parenting rather than just the solo parenting type of thing. And so it was kind of a lot of little things that just led into one big decision of whether we could continue doing what we were doing, which we enjoyed, don't get me wrong, or whether it was time to kind of make that work-life balance a little bit different. So that's kind of where we ended up.
Okay. Well, you started as a player in KBO, and you worked your way up as a coach, as a pitching coach. Going back to your playing experience, how was that like for you? You played for LG, KT, and Lotte.
I loved every second of it. I really did. Just to put the uniform on and go out there and compete, you know, every day. Be there, you know, with teammates who then become friends, and you know, the struggle every day to be out there and work hard at your job. So every time you took the field, that you were ready to give, you know, ready to lay it all out there and leave nothing left behind. And you know, your teammates were there to pack you up. And I thoroughly enjoyed every moment for all 3 clubs I played with in Korea and all the other clubs I played with throughout the world.
Your view of KBO is very unique because when you first came on board, it was years ago. So you had a first-hand experience of witnessing the growth of KBO League.
Yes.
And how was being part of that process?
I mean, it helped me grow too. Not only watching the league, but being a part of it and understanding that things that you used to do, you couldn't do anymore because they weren't successful anymore. So you had to adapt and you had to change and you had to do things differently as well because the league kept changing. So you had to change to stay, you know, ahead of the circle or at the top of the arc kind of thing. So, you know, as a player, I think it happens anywhere in the world that the league continues to change. So if you can't adapt with that change, then you just kind of get pushed to the side and somebody else comes along and takes your job.
Well, going into your coaching experience, how special was working with younger pitchers with Lotte organization? 2018, the pitching staff had a tough year, as you probably know. But looking into the future, you know what's going on with the Futures League. Does it look bright? And how special was it for you to work with the younger pitchers of Lotte Giants?
Oh man, I got spoiled badly with just how good our draft was. Our draft class from like the September 2016 draft class, who was our rookies last year. Oh my word, they were phenomenal.
Really?
You know, we've got 6 out of 7 guys. You know, unfortunately one guy didn't kind of pan out like we had hoped, but 6 out of 7 players, you know, have a future with us. If they meet their potential, you might see 6 pitchers out of one draft class make it to the KBO and be a part of the Lotte organization for some period of time.
So you're saying the pitching prospects, the pitching future of Lotte is looking pretty good right now?
Yes, very much so. There's still a long way to go. Like, it's not going to happen like immediately. Like, there's still that transition period. You know, obviously all the young guys have to serve their military service at some stage unless they get exemption and that kind of thing. But, you know, within the next 5 to 8 years,
wow,
like that draft class is going to be, I think it's going to be a part of what you're going to see in the Lotte pitching group for a while. It's really, really good. I got spoiled really well.
Wow, that's a huge news for all the Lotte fans.
Yes.
Talking about Giants fans, they're passionate. You know, they support the team. They know baseball.
Yep.
How special was it for you to be part of the Lotte Giants organization as a player and as a coach?
I loved it. You know, sometimes, you know, being like recognizable out in the public is a little bit of a hindrance.
Right.
But at the same time, like the Lotte fans are so respectful of your privacy and your private time. They try not to encroach on your private time too much, but they certainly always recognize you, and they're always like, you know, can we get an autograph or can we take a photo? And they do it in such a respectful manner that you don't mind sacrificing a bit of time to do it with them. So I loved being in the city, being around the people, the fans, the noise in the stadium. You know, I could hear it at my apartment overnight time when I was sitting there watching games, and you know, it's phenomenal. It's a very different experience than being outside of Korea, certainly, but even more so in Korea. Like the passion that the fans hold, and the sincerity that they see in their team and want to be involved in it is second to none. It's awesome.
Nobody knows what's going to happen in future, especially in baseball.
Yes.
What are the chances of you coming back, not immediately, but years down the line? Is that something that you might consider in the future?
Oh, for sure. You know, Lotte and I kind of split amicably, if that's the word you want to use. They understood my situation. They understood how tough the decision was for me to make. They were very respectful in my decision and supporting me going forward. So I don't rule it out. I don't think this is the end of baseball, especially in Korea for me. You know, I certainly hope not. I hope that one day when life kind of settles down a little bit and things become a little bit easier and stuff like that, that I could get back into it and be in touch with it again. Is that 12 months away? Is that 5 years away? I don't know. But I would love to come back again. And, you know, baseball's who I am. I've always done it. It's always part of me. And, you know, the Korean part of it has grown on me exponentially, that, you know, I guess you probably have a unique kind of view on it to...
It must feel special for you to kind of, you know, teach a pitcher, whether young guys or older veterans, and you teach them a thing or two, and then they have success with it. How special is that for you as a pitcher and as a coaching staff? That's
what I live for. I mean, truthfully, you don't live for the recognition or anything like that. You've been lucky enough to be given all that information that you just want to be able to pass it on to somebody and watch them, you know, have the success that you were able to experience when it came to, you know, when you received that same information, you experienced success, to pass that on to somebody else. And, you know, you just see the way that it changes their whole demeanor and their body language and the way that they walk and talk and act on the field. And
Australian baseball is taking off, and it seems like Korean baseball and Australian baseball, they're kind of working together despite the distance. Is that something that you want to kind of explore as someone who has ties with KBO and who's from Australia? Is that something that we can foresee in the future in some capacity where the two baseball nation cultures can kind of work together?
I would expect that would be something that would, you know, I would be asked to be involved with, you know, to help with the, you know, cross-culturalization, I guess you would call it, between the two countries and that kind of stuff. I would love to be involved in it and help out in any capacity I could. And
but not only that, you're very popular amongst all KBO League fans. And one last time, what can you say to them? I know that I have a feeling that you might come back in the future, but for now, for now, at least for next year, you'll be gone.
Yep.
One last goodbye to all the KBO League fans.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you. You know, everybody right from day one made me feel welcome. You know, in the league, the players on the field, in the locker room, the front offices, the fans. You know, they were all so accepting. You know, to have me as part of the league, and one of the very few that got to stick around for a long period of time and experience, you know, the true nature of what Korean baseball is and the Korean fans and, you know, the love and the passion that they have for the game and stuff. So, you know, they made me feel welcome. They made me feel part of the family. And, you know, I will forever be thankful for my time on and off the field in the KBO and especially in Korea. And, you know, being shown so many wonderful things from the fans and, you know, having the opportunity to talk to them outside the field and also on the field as well. It was a wonderful experience, and I will never ever forget it.
One last thing though, you never got to win a championship in KBO. Is that something that's kind of disappointing part of your journey in KBO?
Yes, sir. That was one thing that I strive for my whole career, was to be part of a championship team. Unfortunately, I never got there anywhere in the world. So yeah, it kind of played on me when I wasn't able to put the uniform back on again as a player. You know, but hopefully one day, you know, hopefully I'm part of the organization when we win a championship, and you know, I can look at it and go, well, you know, I helped create a championship team. So that's the way that I look at it now.